Ladies, Glenn Miller, the certified hypnotist, here with you again. I told you we were going to have another video together, and we're going to have actually a lot more videos together. Um, our Women's Success Series, our series of seminars and webinars, it's going to be coming up very, very shortly. I hope you've registered, because if you haven't, it's real easy to do. Just click the button below, okay, and you can register, and you can actually be part of this series. Now, women's success. Why are we focusing on women's success? Why not everyone's success? Well, we're not concerned with men's success in this seminar series. Men have had it too easy for too long, haven't they, ladies? It's not easy for anyone, don't get me wrong, but really, it is even more difficult for women. Ladies, you have been suppressed for decades. Okay, from the moment you were born, you were told that you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're terrific, but you were also told overtly and covertly that you could not be successful in a man's world. Sometimes it wasn't given to you that in such a blatant manner, but it was given to you, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and there are so many other things that are involved in being a successful woman, and there's certainly that glass ceiling. You know what that term is, where you've gotten to a job, you've gotten to a position, and you can't seem to get above that glass ceiling, okay, because you're a woman. I know that the world is not all pink and smiles for women entrepreneurs. As a matter of fact, if you're a woman who's in business on her own, if you're a woman who's working in a business, it's not an easy situation. And as I said, it all started when you were a kid. You were told everything was wonderful, so on and so forth, but you couldn't do this. You could be a teacher. You've heard me say this in the other video. Okay, we're not going to get into that. We're going to get into a couple of things. First of all, you can be successful, and you have every chance of being successful if you get involved in our webinar series. Why do I say that with such confidence? Why? Because I am a hypnotist. I'm also a motivational speaker. I've also been in business. I'm also a businessman. But first and foremost, I am a hypnotist. And I understand the power of the mind, and I understand how things can be changed. And that's why it is so important to me that you come and you join us for this series. Your life will change. Now, in the last video, I know we talked about the fact that there are people out there who have been to the different motivational talks, the motivational speakers. Tony Robbins, probably the best one out there, extremely successful. Okay, and Tony Robbins has got some great answers for you, and I think Tony Robbins is amazing. I'm going to say that right from the get-go. Tony Robbins is fabulous. What happens? You go to a Tony Robbins seminar or group of seminars, or you enroll in the different courses, you spend a lot of money. Not at the first one initially. That's the one that they want to get you, they want to hook you. And I don't say that that's a bad thing. Okay, but that's what's going on there. They want you to get involved. And then you go to the Tony Robbins seminars, you pay good money for it. And I'm not saying they're not worth the money, but you pay good money. And then what happens? You buy the books, you buy the CDs, you enroll in the next session, you spend a whole bunch of money, and boy, oh boy, you are pumped, you are ready to go. Oh my gosh, I've seen Tony Robbins, I've been to the mountain, I'm here, my life is going to change, and you go home and you're excited, and you're ready to go, and you're listening to those videos, I should say watching the videos, listening to the recordings, and you're ready to go, and you get on track, and boy, oh boy, nothing's going to stop you. Stand well back, I'm coming through. Nothing can stop me now, except for one thing. There's one thing that will stop you. Guess what? It's you. That's right. It's you. And here's the really sad thing. Who's been holding you back? You. Now, it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. But the truth is, you are the one who's been holding yourself back. Why? Because you've been programmed. Everything has been put in there, and so much of it has been negative. You may have learned the right way to do things. Tony Robbins or any of those people may have taught you the right way to do it. What held you back? You. Because the old recordings started playing again. You might have had a good idea. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it happen. And then when you start thinking too much, what happens? The stinking thinking that's been there all your life just comes back. Okay? That's what happens. We are going to help you change it. We? Who's we? There's only you sitting here, Glenn. Who's we? We is you and me, madam. Okay? We are going to do this because I cannot do it without you. And I suggest that you can't do it without me. But together, we are going to be such a wonderful, synergistic team that we can make this happen. How are we going to do it? We're going to do it with some motivational speaking. We're going to do it with a bunch of hypnosis. That's right, hypnosis. That's what's going to do it. We're going to take that stinking thinking and, like a program in your computer, we're going to take out the bad program and we're going to put the good ones in. And that's what we're going to do. And that's the wonderful things about hypnosis. See, hypnosis is a very naturally occurring state of mind. It's something that we all experience every single day of our life. Yes, we really do. You've been hypnotized before. How does that grab you? You have been hypnotized many, many times before. And you might be thinking to yourself, wait a second, Glenn, I may have been to a stage show, I may have seen some TV shows, but I'm going to tell you right now, Glenn, I've never been hypnotized. Have you ever found yourself driving on the freeway? Not too much traffic. And all of a sudden you go, whoa, what was I thinking for the last 5 miles? Where was I? Was I paying attention? No, you were hypnotized. That's called highway hypnosis. You were absolutely positively hypnotized. Okay, and if that didn't happen to you before, I know you've fallen asleep, haven't you? If you haven't fallen asleep, raise your hand. Don't worry, I won't see it. If you haven't fallen asleep, I mean, come on, let's get serious. We all fall asleep. Even if you have trouble sleeping eventually, you fall asleep. Well, guess what? You cannot fall asleep without going into hypnosis. That's the only way you can get there. So here's the wonderful thing. You've all been hypnotized before. Every one of you that I'm talking to, although let's be honest about it, right now I'm just talking to you. You have been hypnotized before many, many times. It's a very natural occurring state of mind. And think about this. You are not out of control. And you're never out of control when you're hypnotized. That's the wonderful thing. I cannot hypnotize someone and tell them to go and take a gun, go to the bank, hold it up, bring the money back, and send it to me and forget that you ever did. Can't do it. I wish I could. I'd be a very rich man. But the truth be told, can't do it. It's not going to happen. Okay? Also, you're not going to tell me or anyone your deepest, darkest secrets while under hypnosis. Absolutely, positively not. And everyone always wakes up from hypnosis. So with the wonderful power of hypnosis, and yes, we can do it right through this computer, just like we're talking right now. You can be hypnotized. I can give you the positive message to have those positive changes go on in that wonderfully brilliant bit of gray matter between the ears, and you will see the changes that you want to see. And you will then be able to work on your success without being drawn back, without being pulled back. Remember The Godfather? What? Godfather Part 3, Al Pacino? The worst of the Godfather movies, that's my opinion. Where he says, every time I try to get out, they pull me back. That's a very bad Pacino impression, by the way. But that's the truth. They try to pull you back. Those bad thoughts pull you back. We are going to ensure that those bad thoughts don't pull you back. So you can go with your plan, you can be enthusiastic with it, and you can make it work. What's the difference between you and the successful people that you know? Well, there's a couple of things. One is luck, okay? Some people have more luck, other people have less luck. But it's more than luck. I suggest that you make your own luck. Think about some of the successful people out there. I'm not impressed by Donald Trump, I'm sorry. And I know he's got a lot of money. He's also been bankrupt more times than Carter has pills. You can make your own luck. You can be successful. And everyone has their own idea of success. For some people, it's going to be to own their own corporate jet. For other people, it's going to be able to pay their bills and be comfortable and be happy. But whatever your success level is, between being comfortable and being incredibly, disgustingly, filthy rich, nothing wrong with being filthy rich, okay? But whatever your goal is, anywhere in there, you can do it. And we can help you to do it. But we can't do anything if you don't click that button down there. So please go ahead and do that. Please get involved in our webinars, in our seminars. Okay, there is a whole new world of success that is waiting for you. It is right around the corner. And using a scientifically proven approach like hypnotism, I contend that you are going to have success that you never even considered. So do me a favor, go ahead and click that button. Let's get together. Oh, by the way, I do want you to know this. In our next webinar, in our next talk together, I am going to do a hypnosis session with you. So you will be able to experience, in a small way, you'll be able to experience what hypnosis is like. So please, don't miss that. But in the meantime, click that button. Let's make this happen. This world is waiting for us, and we are going to conquer it. We, the two of us. Glenn Miller saying, thanks for being here. I will see you next time.